Hey, you guys, it's Peter. And I'm back. Of course I'm back. Not going anywhere. I'm YouTuber famous now. Okay, I wanted to get on here today since it is the first. I don't know which way to do this. It's like driving me nuts. Like that's bad and this is bad. And I'm just obviously sitting in the wrong space. But anyway, I wanted to do my first video. Well, this is my second video. This is really my third video. I want to do my first video today talking about the top 10 gossip stories of 2016. And no, I'm not talking about Morphe palettes or whatever brushes. And no, I'm not talking about makeup because I don't know anything about it, even though I'm a booty guru. I want to talk about real celebrity gossip, okay? And I'm going to do a little bit of a different angle on this today. I'm going to talk about like my opinion about it and like what I would have done with the whole situation, kind of, if that makes sense. I will say this, so I just was reading through them. And the article was put out a couple days ago by the Los Angeles Times. They listed the top 10 celebrity stories of 2016. And while I do agree with them to some degree, like they might have wanted to do it like today instead of then, because one of the hottest stories of 2016 happened last night, and that was Mariah Carey's failed musical performance in Times Square last night. Or can we all talk about this? Glitch, glitch, glitch. She had a glitch. We've all had glitches. I relate to it, girl. I get it. But, okay, she stormed off the stage. Mariah, you're Mariah fucking Carey. I don't care if you're lip syncing or not. If you would have thrown that shit off and stood there and just sung a cappella, the crowd would have died. They would have loved it. I don't care if they would have all heard you or not. If we haven't learned anything from Dance Moms, can we learn one thing? When the music stops, you keep on dancing, okay? Khloe taught us that. Maddie taught us that. Kalani taught us that. We know that by now. I think even Kendall taught us that. When the music stops, you keep on dancing. You don't storm off and cry and say, "Kid, I just wanted to have a holiday." Listen, take a cue from those girls over at the Abbey Lee Dance Company. You keep on dancing. The other big news story is that they didn't talk about all the deaths that occurred this year, which just broke my heart. I mean, first and foremost, for me, the biggest death this year, first of all, I was thinking about this earlier. Why do reality stars not get awards? Like, there should be, and maybe they do, and I'm not aware of it, but I feel like reality shows should get awards, okay? And for me, mama of the reality shows has been Big Ange, and I am still so devastated that Big Ange died. I thought she was such a kind heart. I loved her so much. I will forever miss her big bosoms and her big voice, trying to just, you know, save the world until she looked at Drita and said, "I'm gonna wreck you." That was one of my finest moments on Mob Wives. But anyway, she was such a caring soul, and I love her so much. Prince, Carrie Fisher, Debbie Reynolds, I mean, all of them. George Michael, my God, you guys, it's just been such a sad year for people dying, and I know I'm leaving out a bunch, but anyway. So let's get right to these celebrity stories. Number 10 is a story that I didn't even really knew that happened, and I really don't care, and that's Leslie Jones, and here she is, Leslie Jones. And she's apparently part of the Ghostbusters all-female reboot that they did this summer. And then, like, it says down here that she got trolled online with racist and sexist remarks. They released naked pictures of her. They released her passport pictures of her. And she stopped doing social media for a while. I guess she's back now. I don't know. And then she started a website. And then the site, which I don't know, it's craziness, right? And she was just trolled like, girl, I feel ya, okay? Listen, you just got to get over it. It's not that big of a deal. That's what everybody told me. No, I think you talk about it. You talk about it honestly. You talk about it with your friends and your family member and your support systems, and you just work through it. I mean, it's going to be part of your experience. I feel bad that happened to her. I think that's horrible. I think in moments like that, we just need to have supportive people around us. Okay, number 9. Sharon and Ozzy Osbourne. Here they are smooching it up. I miss those days back on the Osbournes. Did you guys watch that show? I love that show so much. Back in the day when, you know, Jack and Kelly looks gorgeous. I mean, I am watching that Project Runway Juniors right now. Those kids, I mean, for their age, 14 years old, and they're making like couture gowns. I'm like, what is going on with the world? Like, that right there, like, why are we not focusing attention on that? Like, why are we not focusing on the fact that a 14-year-old in the middle of nowhere, Idaho, can make a couture gown? we would rather talk about negativity and drama all over the world, but I'm going to keep the celebrity gossip here for a second. But like, that's just crazy to me when there's so much really cool stories out there, or so many really cool stories out there like that. So go watch Project Runway Juniors, but she's a judge on there and she looks gorgeous. And I just love her so much, and she's just such an independent, free spirit, you know? But I miss those days in the Osbournes when she and Jack would sit in the back seat and he would talk about the McRib, and she'd go, oh, the McRib, the McRib. But anyway, so apparently Sharon found out that Ozzy has been cheating on her for years with his hairstylist. So she left him, then he left her, and then she left him, then he left her, and now they've worked things out because he went to a sex addict clinic, I guess. So, okay. I mean, listen, I think it takes two to tango, and I think when you have stuff going on in a marriage, both people have some responsibility to that. I don't know if it's 70-30, 80-20, 90-10, 50-50, but I think that marriage counseling is vital to saving marriages, even healthy ones. I think it's important to constantly reevaluate your marriage and things like that. Number 8, Taylor Swift and Calvin Harris. So like, they were like, you know, the musical couple of the world because he is so big in the EDM world and she's so big in the, I don't know, crossover pop country world. I mean, we basically know at this point that Taylor Swift is the queen of the Illuminati, right? I mean, you know, 10 years from now when they come out with all of these like... like when I read these young adult novels where they always have like, I'm reading like the Marissa Meyer's Lunar Chronicles right now, and there's like Princess Scarlet, and I always think of Taylor Swift, like she's like the princess of the Illuminati. I mean, she really, I mean, why Taylor Swift? Okay, I don't get it. Like, I love her music, but it's not like that phenomenal. Let's be for real. Why has Taylor Swift like gone to this level? Like, I don't understand it. Okay, but anyway, apparently they broke up, and then she wanted to playing it off like he was this bad boy because she had already moved on to actor Tom Hiddleston. Is that his name? I think it is Hiddleston, because she relationship jumps, which is real healthy. I mean, we love Taylor Swift because she's just the neatest young lady in the entire world, but she can't be without a man to save her life, not for 2 seconds. I mean, somebody in her little girl group needs to say to Taylor, hey, Taylor, why don't you take off a year of your life and get to know who you are as a person before you jump into another relationship? So anyway, that would be my suggestion to her and to anybody out there getting out of a relationship. Take 6 months or a year off to yourself, get to know yourself before leaving one relationship and going into the other. But apparently they did some musical collaboration together, and she didn't want it known that she had been part of it because she was saying that Calvin Harris is a bad boy. We already knew that before you dated him, Taylor. That's not news to us. So anyway, number 7, this story kind of breaks my heart, you guys. Kesha and Dr. Luke, and this is where Kesha came out. I mean, we already know that something's not all there with Kesha, right? Although I love her music. I don't give a shit. I love Kesha's music. And, I actually found Glozell Green on YouTube when she was doing the videos, reading the lyrics of Kesha songs, and she talks about her needing to go to a AAA meeting. Oh my God, you guys, that's where I fell in love with Glozell Green. But I do love Kesha, and I feel for the girl, and because I think what happened was she got real popular real quick and didn't know what to do with that. But anyway, this year she came out and said that her music producer, Dr. Luke, had been raping her for years, and she couldn't get out of her music contract. You guys remember this story? And then all of these like female celebrities came to her aid, and she ended up like losing the court case, and she's appealing it now. I think it said that she's still appealing it. Now putting her eggs in the appeals basket. Yeah, I mean, that is so sad. Can you imagine, like, number 1, being raped, and number 2, and I'm not even going to get into did it not happen. I think that's horrible when somebody comes out with something like that and then saying that it didn't happen. I don't know. Like, that's not really the story to me. The story is, imagine feeling so trapped in that situation that you can't get out of it, and all you really want to do is make music. I mean, let the girl move on. I know that she talked about being in therapy. Let her deal with her issues. I think this is tragic. I can't believe that she's still having to go through that. It breaks my heart for her. Number 6, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Do we really even care? I mean, Johnny Depp has been married 15 million times at this point. So they filed for divorce. She said that she got a restraining order against him because she said that he, like, domestic battery or domestic abuse or something like that. And, that they settled for $7 million, and then she said she was just going to donate it to a charity anyway, so he donated it to a charity, and then she was pissed off because it didn't come to her, and then she got, what? Like, this is craziness to me. You all have too much money, okay? Like, seriously? Too much money. you each should have been forced to donate $10 million to a charity of our choice because you fools put us through all this madness of having to know about all this kind of stuff. If he beat her, I feel bad for her, okay? Like, no woman deserves that. No man deserves that either. You know, I've worked with a lot of clients where the woman's the abuser in the situation, so that's not a gender specified thing. And we think a lot of times domestic violence is only man to woman, and that's not necessarily the case. It can be woman to woman, it can be man to man, it can be child to elderly, it can be elderly, you know, adult to child, whatever. Abuse is abuse, and the physical abuse is really, really horrible, but there, you know, are so many different kinds of abuse, and you guys are like, this is not why we came to this celebrity gossip video, but I don't really care. That's my opinion about it, and I think it's horrible that anybody has to go through that, but apparently they've moved on. So, number 5, this story really breaks my heart. Lamar Odom and Khloe Kardashian. I really like both of them. So, you know, he's gone to rehab. They filed for divorce. I was just watching the Kardashians the other day. I don't watch it regularly. Alex watches it, my husband. And apparently the divorce has gone through and it's final or something like that. I don't know at this point. I don't know. It's gone up and down and up and down and up and down. And he, like, had some medical emergency in a Nevada brothel. Do you guys remember about all this? And she was there for him and all that kind of stuff. I really like them as a couple. And like I've said before, and I just said it earlier in this video, I believe through marriage counseling, any couple can work through anything. I really, really do. I really do believe that Lamar loves Khloe, and I think she loves him. I just think that they have some personal issues they need to work out, and I think marriage counseling could really help that. Number 4, celebrities and the election, and this is all about how, first of all, like, celebrities backed Bernie Sanders, and then Bernie Sanders didn't get the nomination, and then all these celebrities backed Hillary Clinton, and then Hillary Clinton didn't win, and then Trump did, and blah, blah, blah. And then famous people said they'd moved to Canada, and all the while Alec Baldwin and Kate McKinnon made Saturday Night Live great again, and it's Trump and the Hill. It's just too much, you guys. It's like, I don't understand why all these politicians or all of these celebrities feel like we need to know their political ins and outs. I don't really care about that. And frankly, one of my biggest pet peeves is when you watch the Academy Awards and when somebody wins an Oscar, and like I've said before, it's always Susan fucking Sarandon, who I love, but like she, you know, was on Bernie Sanders' campaign trail. Did you guys watch that? She was like on HBO or something. It's like, Susan, I understand that, but are you a politician or are you an actress? Okay, are you Thelma or are you the first lady? I don't need to know your political ins and outs that much, and quite frankly, I don't care as an actress. Okay, you being this phenomenal celebrity actress does not impress upon me anything about your politics. So I don't know why they always have to get involved, and I frankly don't care. Next. I mean, and in 2020, you know, Kanye is going to run, so that'll be even 10 times more interesting. Number 3, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. I think this divorce is so devastating. There are so many kids involved. I was looking on one of the rag mags when I was walking through the grocery store yesterday, and it said that Angelina Jolie's down to 73 pounds now, and she looks horrible and all this kind of stuff, which I don't even know if that's photoshopped or if it's real. But I thought the media has totally taken this family through the ringer. And it's interesting because I was watching the Amanda Knox documentary last night. Excuse me. And one of the reasons why Amanda Knox got off is because, from the murder case, is because she said that, they said that the media had hyped up the whole murder case and all that kind of stuff, and it was like a trial by media, and it was so interesting watching that last night, especially thinking about like all of these celebrities and Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, because their divorce has been by media at this point, you know, and it's like, who deserves the kids, who doesn't deserve the kids? Why is that anybody in the media's decision to make? I feel so bad for those kids having to go through all that kind of stuff. Number 2, Kim Kardashian. Okay, this is about the whole situation that happened with her in Paris, where she was held at gunpoint. You know, I think this is really interesting. I just want to say this, that, you know, like, and it says this in the article, but I was really thinking about this before I had read the article. It's like, you know, anywhere else in the world, if, you know, an American woman was held at gunpoint and robbed and all this kind of stuff, basically kidnapped to some degree, held hostage, anywhere else in the world, like, this would be national coverage, right? But Kim Kardashian, it happens to, and people say it's a setup. Like, I just think that's devastating. When did we wake up and start thinking it was okay to treat people this way? I just don't get it. And then number 1 is Kanye. I said Kanye. I said Kim Kardashian, but really Kanye West. But who do you think's the brains behind that deal? Let's be for real. It's Kim. Kim Kardashian is basically, if you look at all these stories, it goes number 1, Kanye West. Okay. Number 2, Kim Kardashian. Number 4, the celebrities that got involved with the election, Kardashians. Number 5, Lamar Odom and Khloe Kardashian. I mean, basically at this point, do you guys not see the Illuminati? There is no Illuminati. There's just the Kardashians. The Kardashians are running this country. The Kardashians are running the world, one Birkin at a time. So anyway, number 1 is Kanye West, and it's about his breakdown and how he posts all the pictures on Instagram, and then he went into a mental hospital and all this kind of stuff, and it said dehydration and exhaustion were tossed around as the official reasons behind Kanye's 8-day stay at UCLA Medical Center. And then after 2 weeks after his release, West met with President-elect Donald Trump for a chat and a photo op. I mean, I think that's interesting, right? Is like, out of all of the people in the world that Donald Trump could choose to meet with after that, children with a Make-A-Wish fund, you know, people that had like really pushed for his campaign all over the country and got him elected, all of these crazy people, you know, Joe Smith that lives in, you know, the middle of Minnesota or Wisconsin that helped him get elected. Now, I don't know, anybody that Donald Trump could have met with, he chose to meet with Kanye West. What's that about? I don't get it. But anyway, it is what it is at this point. But if it's not obvious to you, it's obvious to me. The conspiracy is really this, is that the Kardashians are literally running our world, and you better get with it. And that means you better start watching the Kardashians on E! Weekly. I think they're on like 6 hours a day. Now Black China and Rob Kardashian have their own show. I think Kendall Jenner's probably coming out with her own show called, you know, My Life in the Fast Lane. And then, I don't know, all of them have, Scott Disick will probably have his own show. And before long, the E! Network will just be called the Kardashians. I mean, that's just the way the world is working. I can't believe it. I don't hate them for it, but they're geniuses. They have totally branded their entire family. I wish I could do it. I wish I could figure it out. So those are the top 10 celebrity stories of 2016. What do you guys think will happen in 2017? Oh my God, I can't imagine. Probably so much drama. I love you guys so much. Follow me on all my social media. You know, I'm really, really interactive. And stay tuned. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.